Hi everybody, I'm Jen.
And I'm Jamey.
Of Jen and Jamey's Online Marketplace, and we're so glad that you stopped by. For those of you who are coming by for the first time, a little bit about us is that we own a catering and event planning firm based in Florida, but we love sharing our joy of cooking and entertaining with others, so we're so glad you're here. Today, Jamey is showing you how to roll sushi, and I typically take care of the entertaining and hosting side of things, so this is really going to be in Jamey's court. But what I love about this sushi rolling is that this is something that you can do with groups. So sometimes we'll do sushi parties, we'll have everything set up so that people can roll sushi. So Jamey's going to show you how to do that so that you can show your guests how to do that. So we hope you have fun.
So everybody, I'm going to show you how a sort of intimidating and daunting technique is actually fairly simple. It's rice, it's nori, it's really whatever ingredients you want inside. Today I'm going to teach you how to do a spicy tuna roll. The first thing we're going to do is the rice. If you can't get the rice, if you don't get the rice right, then your sushi will never be what it should be. So it's very important to get the rice cooked perfectly. So first thing you do is when you try to find a grade A sushi rice at your local supermarket or your local Asian market. So the first thing you want to do, this rice is cultivated across the world. They put it in big bags and they ship it, and then you get it. So the first thing you want to do is clean it. So we're going to put our rice in a bowl, okay, nice stainless steel bowl, and we're going to put some nice cold water in there. We're going to wash our rice about 5 to 6 times with this technique, okay, because we want to get all the impurities out of the rice, okay. So you're going to pour water in there. You're going to sort of agitate the rice a little bit with your hand there, and you're going to notice the water is going to turn very cloudy. Those are the impurities coming out. Okay, so after we're going to repeat this step about 5 to 6 times. Okay, we're going to pour that water out. You see how cloudy that water is? Pour it out very slowly so the rice stays in your bowl. Okay. All right. Again, repeat this process about 5 to 6 times. That's number 5. We're going to do it one more time. You can notice our rice is getting really nice and clean and pure. We can see the rice. It's not so cloudy. All right, we're in good shape. There we go. There we go. That water is much more clear than when we started. Okay. Now you're going to want... We want to get a medium, like 2-quart sauce pot. And we're going to put the rice right in this pot. Get it all in there. This is 2 cups of rice, and you're going to want 2 cups of water. We're going to bring this to a boil. Once this comes to a boil, now we don't want to stir this, okay? The more you stir and agitate rice, the stickier it gets, the more gummy it gets, okay? We don't want to do that. The only rice you really want to stir is arborio rice or risotto. So we're going to bring this to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're going to cover it with a tight-fitting lid, and we're going to simmer it for about 10 minutes till all the water, all the moisture is absorbed by the rice. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. Let's check our rice. Looks perfect. You just want to tip your pot a little bit, make sure there's no residual water puddling on the bottom. There isn't any. It's nice and perfectly. So we're going to take a bowl. We're going to put this rice. We're going to put it in a bowl. Look at that. Looks perfect. Amazing. So now we're going to season our rice with a little bit of sugar, a little rice wine vinegar, because literally sushi means vinegared rice is where sushi, the name, actually comes from. So we folded our sugar and our rice vinegar in our rice. Set it aside and let it cool for a couple minutes. While that's happening, we're going to get our sushi grade #1 tuna. This is a saku tuna saku, which means it's a block of tuna. We're going to take our knife, we're going to cut our tuna into strips. We're cutting our strips, we're going to add some sambal or whatever your favorite hot sauce is. But I recommend sambal, and you can just rub it on your tuna and just let it marinate. You can set this in the refrigerator till you're ready to roll. Okay, so we have our perfectly cooked sushi rice. We have our marinated spicy tuna. We have some black and white sesame seeds. We have a little bowl of water. You're gonna need your hands to be a little moist when you're handling the sticky rice, because it is just that, it's very sticky. And then we have our bamboo sushi mat that we've wrapped all the way around with plastic wrap. Because the roll I'm going to show you is Uramaki, which means inside out roll. Maki means with the seaweeds on the outside and the rice is on the inside. Uramaki is inside out, where the nori is on the inside and the rice is on the outside, which is typically the majority of the sushi rolls you get at a restaurant are Uramaki. Okay? And then we have our nori. These are sheets of seaweed. And if you inspect your nori, there's going to be a sort of a rougher side and a shiny side, okay? We want to place the shiny side down. And when we're doing uramaki, we want to cut about 2 inches off the top. Now they do sell nori at the store that are this size. But the full size sheets you can do maki or uramaki, whichever you want to. So we're going to cut about 2 inches off the top. Shiny side down on your mat. Moisten your hand. Move that knife. And we're going to apply the rice from top to bottom, left to right. Okay. You may be asking yourself, how much rice should I be putting on the sheet of nori? Well, you just want to put enough. You definitely don't want too much rice, okay? You don't want too much rice. You just want enough just to have a light, I'm going to show you a little closer what it looks like. Just enough to cover the nori, okay? There we go. Just enough. So when we look at it, you can notice that it's just one layer of rice on there. That's not thick. It's probably about a 1/4 inch thick, possibly, of rice. So top to bottom, left to right. Then we're going to take some of our sesame seeds, sprinkle the sesame seeds on the rice. Okay, and now leave your mat on the board and take your nori and your rice and flip it over. So now we have our sushi mat, we have our nori with the rice on the bottom and now our nori. So now we're going to put our ingredients right in the nori. So take a couple pieces of spicy tuna. So this is simply just the rolling technique. You can put whatever you want in here. We're going to take our mat, we're going to pick it up with our index finger and thumb on both sides. Use your other 3 fingers to hold your ingredients in the center. Fold it over so your ingredients are covered. And now you're going to finish the roll with your mat. And now take your fingers and pinch it and make a block, like a square block. There it is. Let's try that one more time. Take your nori, Cut 2 inches off the top. Shiny side down. Apply your rice, top to bottom, left to right. And once you've done this a few times, now it definitely will take you a couple times to get the feel for it. But once you do, and possibly you can teach this technique to your kids, or your neighbors, or your coworkers. You can have a little sushi party at your house. You can just sort of set up everybody's little station and they can put whatever ingredients they want in their own sushi. It's good times. So we have our rice, our sesame seeds. We're gonna flip it over. We're gonna put that spicy tuna right in the center there. And here's the technique. This is the moment of truth right here, okay? Index finger and thumb. Use your other fingers to hold it in place. Fold it over. So our tuna is wrapped. Now finish your roll. And now take your sushi mat and your fingers and your index and make a nice little block. There you go, it's that easy. Now if it's not working for you right away, practice makes perfect. Just keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. So now we've demonstrated and mastered the uramaki. Now this is a little easier technique. I'm going to show you just the maki roll where the nori is on the outside and the rice and the tuna are on the inside. So we use a full sheet of nori. Again, shiny side, placed down. Now this particular roll, you don't need to wrap your bamboo mat. You can just leave it the way it is. Shiny side down. Now the maki roll, you're going to leave a border of 1 inch on the top and 1 inch on the bottom, but you do want to go all the way to the left and the right. So as long as you leave a border on the top and bottom of approximately 1 inch, there we go, all the way to the edges, leaving that border at the top. Moistening our hands as we go, because if you have figured out by now, this rice is very sticky. And again, we're looking for the same curvature, same amount of curvature of the rice, so it's like, not even 1/4 inch. So we have border on the top, border on the bottom. Now we take our spicy tuna and lay it right down the center of the rice. Okay? Again, index finger and thumbs, but this time we're going to hold the nori with our index fingers. In this technique, we want this top border of rice to fold over and match the bottom to the top. So we want this rice to match this rice. So we're going to go, the tuna's in the center, rice on rice. This is going to form the seal. The rice on the rice forms the seal. So once you form that seal, place 2 fingers on the top of your nori in your hands, and you're going to pull back just gently, just to tighten it. Let me show you. See how it's tight? We folded it over, we matched the rice on rice, the tuna's in the center, and then we just pulled back a little bit to tighten it. Now you moisten your nori with a little bit of water, and then you finish the roll, press. There's your maki. Uramaki, maki. I hope you all enjoyed this sushi session, this sushi tutorial, and share it with your friends and family.